Alright, you stupid bastards. This is Mark from Gunfight Knives, and if my hands look a little beat up or greasy, it's because I just got done changing a timing belt, so please try not to hold it against me. Alright guys, my buddy, again another buddy's knife, toy, tools, whatever. All my buddies keep giving me stuff to look at. I don't know if they want to have their stuff YouTube famous or what. I guess famous is got to be more than 10 subscribers, right? So you guys aren't going to be famous yet. But this is a knife called the Clinch Pic. Very cool knife. Specifically made to use for self-defense. Very close. And the trainer. So basically, you train with this one so you don't end up slicing yourself open or filleting somebody or your friend. Very cool design. Give you a little close-up of it. So this one, I think they have two different versions. This one is sharpened on the back and not, this side is blunt. So they have a version that's sharpened on two sides. I guess it's for states that you can't have two sides sharpened. Real quick, show you this one. It's blunt all around, holes in it. Very cool though. Same setup. So you can actually, yeah, it's just a little bit shorter. And I guess that's just to keep the strength, so you don't end up stabbing and knocking an edge off on somebody when you're practicing. So first thing, let's talk about what I do not like about this thing. I don't like that it is sharp on the top personally. So I guess you're supposed to hold it like this. My tendency is to grab a knife like this because that's what I'm used to, right? So it would take a lot of training for me to want to grab it like this. Now, either way, I think it'll be good once you learn to grab it like that. So the whole point is to get in close, is to have it on your belt loop. And if anybody's coming towards you or is in the clinch type of thing, like wrestling for your gun, wrestling to try to choke you out, kill you, whatever the case is, this is clipped onto your belt and you can grab it and work from there, right? So I guess it's easier once you're here to pull up and out. So if you're doing that motion, a little easier, and that's why they call it the Clinch Pic. So when you're in a clinch with somebody, I guess. But it's whoever came up with the idea to give you or to buy or make one of these is pretty slick. But for me, the whole product is semi-gimmicky, is how they try to sell you on it. Because, all right, no one's going to be able to get this out of your hand, right? When it's in here, it's in your hand. They can't grab, they can't do anything to get this knife out of your hand. I don't know what, like I have other knives here I brought, and it's funny because I made this sheath a long time ago. If you guys don't know, that's how we started Gunfight Knives, was making knife sheaths, gun holsters and stuff like that. But so again, another small knife, and this one has the jimping on the back. It's an SE Kanduru, but again, can't get that out of my hand same way. So if it's just a small knife, this one's got a little longer blade on it than this, but again, same thing, can't really get that out of the hand as easy. But what I will give this one is fills up your hand really good. So one of the reasons why my buddy did give me this or lend me this is to I'll keep these in frame, I guess, is to flatten this out. I guess somebody does that online. I got to check that out, check the video out a little more, flatten it out and texture it. So I'll show you a knife that has been textured. Another one, small knife. I made this one for a belt clip. Very, very cool knife. Groninger knives. It's Damascus. But very sharp. You guys check this guy out. This guy makes some really, really cool stuff. But again, sanding aspect is basically what he wants, like the handle sanded out. But again, another small knife, you can grab it like that, same way, but it's not sharpened on the top, right? So you can always do that. Close to the same thing. But what I will tell you is when you have a knife that is curved, like the back edge on this is, it's a lot slicier than something that's flat. So it's less effort to slice with something that's curved. That's why most knives are curved. So those are out of the way. Another one, another knife sheath I made many moons ago. Maybe I'll do some reviews on these. This is a swamp rat knife. Very cool knife. The scales were made afterwards. It didn't come with anything like that. But again, another small knife. You can grab it the same way, like that, however you wanted to. But again, the blade is a normal blade and the spine of the knife stays dull. But so that was one of the things that, like, I heard people talking about with these. Oh, you can't take it out of the hand. It's hard to get out of the hand. Well, if it's a knife that doesn't have a full grip, then it'll be the same thing, right? Here's another one, swamp rat. Another cool knife. One of my first knife sheaths from 18 years ago, maybe. I don't know. A long time ago. But again, same. You can grab this one. This one's actually very flat on this edge to be able to grab. Great knife too. It's a little thick, but very awesome. Maybe I'll do some reviews on this if you guys say you want to see something like that in the comments. But let's talk about why we're here. So I do think it's a very cool idea. This part just scares me personally, so I'd have to train and grab it how they say to grab it. I wish it was sharpened here as well. Unfortunately, it isn't. So I guess you could grab it backwards too, right? Let's see. So very interesting idea. I don't know how many other things it could be used for. The sheaths that they do come with are pretty decent. They are Kydex. I don't have any issue with it. My buddy wanted me to tighten this one up a little bit. That's on here. He wants that's not bad, but it's just a little, not that it's loose like that. It's, he wants a tighter pull on it. So he wants to be able to draw it a little tighter. So let me give you that. That one's a lot tighter, way tighter. No wiggle, no nothing. So I'll be able to tighten that up for him, and we're going to adjust that or contour this handle a little more and get after it a little more. So let me get the specs and I'm going to get back to you. All right, gents, we found the specs. So we got us an ant. Should we kill him for trespassing? Nah, we'll let him live. All right, so the steel is Sandvik 12C27. So I don't think that's too shabby for a blade for what you're going to be using this for. Like I said, I don't know how much EDC you'll be doing except for just carrying it and not using it as a everyday knife, because this is something you really want to keep like a razor blade. And this one is sharp, super sharp. I don't know if my buddy put another edge on there or what, but that thing is super sharp. And why it looks like this is I guess it had some kind of like an acid wash or whatnot, and then they from going in and out of the sheath, it just gets worn down a little bit. So it could be an acid wash or a like a tumble or something like that. But Shivworks makes this, and it's the Clinch Pic. And again, you have the Clinch Pic trainer, and I believe they have a Clinch Pic 2.0 now. And these are, I think this is around $60 to buy a trainer. Bit expensive, but it's finished nice. Everything's real nice on it. Maybe we'll clean this up for my buddy. I might have actually gotten it dirty. Let's see, yeah, not too much dirt on my hands right now. And I don't know what the normal one costs. Let's figure that out right now. So it looks to be maybe $100 for this one. what I'm seeing here. And again, they have 2.0 is $133. So I don't see this one on the website for pricing. So, but very cool knife, very specific use case, I think. And where this goes, I would put a little less edge on it. This one's pointy too as well. But this one is in the front. I made this one to carry, same, you can carry it either way, in the back. So against the lower back on the belt, this one is meant to be carried appendix specifically. So you can, I saw actually somebody in one of the videos my buddy sent me, if you can't move your arm because somebody's holding your arm with wrist control or something, you can pop your hip and then that would move this off. And then from there, you got it. If you want to get, somebody's got your wrist, you come back and you can slice the people pretty good. And that's one of the good things about the reverse blade on there. So let me know what you guys think. Is it something you would use? Like I said, it scares me a little bit, but I guess anything you train for, you'll get used to. And again, this is pretty cool to be able to train with it. So safety first, right guys? And again, this is just a example of, I mean, the same thing, why I thought this was gimmicky, how they explain it, right? At the end of the day, it's just another knife. If anyone could say why you could knock this out of my hand easier than that, I'd like to hear it. I don't think they mean small handled knives, right? But again, look at all the options you have to have it not be able to knock out of your hand. But with the backwards draw like they want to do, I would say definitely has its place in its self-defense role. So guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Boys, I almost forgot your favorite and mine. Let's weigh this thing out and measure it. Let's weigh it first. We're zeroed. No, we're not. All right, so I'm going to weigh it with a sheath, because if you carry it without a sheath, you're an idiot. 4.040 ounces. And for the trainer, 4.25 ounces. All right, let's move this. And let's just show the trainer. So its trainer is about 5 1/4 inches long, and the real deal is about 5.5 inches. So a 1/4 inch difference in them. And I guess we can go that. So a little bit more than an inch, about a little bit less than 1.25 inches. Maybe 1 1/8 on the width. We can do it up and down as well. Almost exactly an inch, and it's not going to stay like that for long. I'm not going to mess with this one, but I am going to slim that down a little bit, flatten the edges per his request. So maybe you'll see that in this video. All right, boys and girls, we're back. I just wanted to show you what we're going to be doing, what I did so far. Took the belt snap off, the paracord, little lanyard thing he had in there, and I want to keep this on, obviously, because I don't want to cut myself, but I'm going to keep it on as long as I can. I don't know how much will be taken off. Let me hold this closer. You can see these 2 lines right there. I scribed those in with this. So if you guys don't know, you can use this to scribe metal. If you don't use these, you don't know. But so basically I lined it up and I scribed just to keep a line on how much I'm going to be taking off. But I'm not sure if that's what's going to come off, but that much is the most I would want it to take off. So I'm going to use that as a reference line too when I'm doing the, I guess it'd be the secondary bevels on this, and then I'm going to be hitting it up here as well. I haven't done it on this side. I kind of wanted to see if I can do it on video for you guys. So let me readjust this, Let's see what we can do. Got the foam just to keep it a little stiff when I'm pressing this down. And remember, I can't do much with pressing that, so I want to keep this on here because of, I guess it won't matter if I'm here, but I don't want to cut anything underneath the mat. So see if I can do this. This is locked in, and I'm going to start here because I'm not going past this first rivet. To make sure this is right and it didn't move. Yep, looks correct. All right. I'm just putting a little pressure. So I guess I didn't put enough pressure on the opposite side. Let's try it again. And down here on this left side of the screen, I guess it would be, it looks like it's a little fatter where this part is landing. So however it was, there we go. So that's pretty good. It's probably going to be hard to tell, but see the lines actually met up with each other on the way around. This one is a lot lighter, so I'm going to have to hit it one more time, but you guys get the picture. So stay with me, and I think we're going to sand these edges a little flatter on the belt sander and then go back with the Dremel tool. So stay with us. All right, boys and girls, I want to show you real quick what I did because the case would not stay on there. The sheath would not stay on there. I wrapped the blade first in blue painter's tape. As you can see, used some high strength black duct tape, this foam, and then more blue painter's tape. First layer of painter's tape was just so it wouldn't get no sticky icky on the blade itself. So this isn't on there very tight, but hopefully I can remember the blade is this side, and let's get after it. I'm just going to be using this, again, belt sander to flatten it out a little bit. We're not going to go nuts on it, but let's see what happens. All right, so we're pretty close to each line. I might need to take this side down just a little bit more. As you can see, it goes not as far back here as it does on this side, so I need to take a little bit more, but I think I'm happy with this. Guys, when you do this, something like this, take your time, no rush. You want to get the best results, try to get it even as possible. So that's what we're going to try to do. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to turn this fan on, but don't know how we're going to do this yet. Again, first time doing this on one of these. So let's just jump into it. Put this thing on slow. So the whole purpose behind these, I assume, from what I gather, is they're not supposed to be symmetrical or anything like crazy like that. By symmetrical, I don't mean the same thing on each side. I just mean like the lines. So you don't want to go like that. I think you want to do a little offset here and there. So that's what we're going to try on this go around. It's definitely a lot grippier for sure. And I'm pretty happy with that. What do you guys think? All right, stay tuned for the other side. I'm not going to record a wet wipe. And we're going to see what we got. What did we end up with? All right, folks, what do you think? I think that came out pretty cool. This side looks a little more natural. What side do you guys like better? I'm gonna call this the right side of the knife, and that's the left. I don't know which one I like better. These are they look deeper. And this just looks like more rocky. This one actually looks like a rock. But the grip is way better. Way better. I'll show you what we started off with. So drastic difference, guys. Even them up. That's a lot that we took off, but very cool. All right, let's undo this. Might as well undo this on camera. Let me wipe this a little better while this is still taped up. All right, let me wipe off my hands too. Let's see if we can get this crazy tape off of here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this off. Oh, there we go. Just trying not to get sliced or stabbed, guys. Because this thing is a freaking razor blade. I'd say the things I do for you, but I don't want to get stabbed for you guys. I don't like you that much. Even though you guys love me. All right. I'd say it looks pretty cool. We'll put a little, I don't know if I have any linseed oil or something like that to put on here. But the oils from your hands do get in to these spots and will darken with use. So, but very cool. What do you guys think? Almost grabbed that side again. But I like it. Hopefully he will like it. And I think that's all we have for you. Let's see how it looks in the sheath. What do I do with that thing? There it is. We still need to tighten this up just a little bit. Very cool. I'm going to put the lanyard back through there. We're going to put the belt loop back on. And that's it, guys. That's all she wrote. So, I don't know if I could polish this back up He might like that to where it'll match that. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Alright guys, this is Mark from Gunfight Knives. Leave your thoughts, comments, and concerns down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. God bless.